Okay, let's start. Hello, guys. Welcome to the first episode of Major Arcana Explained with Movies. So, please spend a short moment to like and share this video before we begin. So, it will actually help me extensively in reaching out to all the folks who enjoy the tarot in the community, and also those who would like to begin their spiritual journey with all of us here together. Also, can help me out by searching for AF Academy on YouTube and click the subscribe button for future uploads in case you miss the Facebook Live sessions. So all your support will be incredibly useful to help me produce more future contents for learning and sharing purposes. So I greatly appreciate your time here to share this, to join us with this in this session together. And please help to like and share the video right now, and you can just leave a comment as well so that I know that you are here. So basically this series, right, what I'm trying to build here over the next few months is to remove people's fears and misconceptions about the spiritual world, the tarot, and also the unconventional wisdom, because the wisdom of the universe is limitless, is deep, and it can definitely help ease all our journey through this lifetime. So in this world, there are always yin and yang. So my content here will always appeal to half of the world. So thank you all for being right here with me, for being in the better half. So every like and every share will actually give me an enormous amount of encouragement to produce future contents. So thank you so much. Okay, so today we are going to spend some time discussing the first of the major arcana cards in the tarot. So I called this session that's going to happen every Saturday, and I term it the major arcana explained with movies. So this is actually the first video of the series in which I'm spending time to show you each and every major arcana within the tarot, and by bringing in famous movies to explain to you the interpretation of the major arcana. So for those who have just joined, do help like and share the video. So thank you very much. It's a great feeling. I'm enjoying this moment right now with you guys, right at the beginning of this series. So I'll definitely remember each and every one of you here. So the point of this series is to make things easier for you to absorb the very important spiritual lessons the tarot has for us. Because without the major arcana, the tarot offers substantially less wisdom. Again, the approach here is to ensure that I share the most effective ways of learning the tarot with you guys. And I found out that it is very important to use association when learning the tarot. So what I mean is that we are associating our own experiences with the cards images and the card's meanings. So those who are interested to sign up for the course, association is very important, and I emphasize that many times during the course as well. So in this online course which AF Academy is offering, I spoke about the importance of association in relation to your learning journey of the tarot, association with your own experiences, with your own interpretation. So all the guidebooks that comes with the tarot decks, right, or the meanings of the cards are not as useful. It's a guidebook after all. It's just to provide you a guidance. But the best way to learn is to associate your experiences with the card. So this series is designed to elaborate on this association, and this time we are going to associate each card with a famous movie. So do take some time now, just go to my YouTube channel. This is the YouTube channel is solely created just for this purpose, to support your learning journey. And please subscribe as well. My channel is AF Academy in YouTube. So I'll be posting many videos in a wide variety of topics within the metaphysics sphere, and including Q&A, interviews with practitioners, discussion on the tarot, 八字, and feng shui in the future. So I also will be sharing information, like getting experts on the show to share on meditation, Reiki healing, and crystals, things like that. So we can all learn together. So stay tuned on YouTube or my Facebook page for future updates. Yeah. So today, let's start with the first card of the tarot, Major Arcana. So So let's take a look at the Fool here. Let me show you the card. So this, I have 3 decks here. Um, you can just take a look at it. These 3 cards right on top of the deck, right, is all the Fool. So what do you all see here in common? Just type it in the chat. What do you all see here in the images that's common? So this card here is actually taking after the folklore, the mermaid. So the mermaid is stepping out of the water, which is not a very correct thing to do, because the fish need, or the mermaids needs the water to breathe. So the mermaid is stepping out of water and looking out onto the land. And then you see this card here. The person is walking and is not looking at where he's walking to. So he's on a cliff, and then he's nearing the edge of the cliff. And then you see this card here. So all these 3 are the Fool. So this guy is sitting down here, and he is not giving anything a care about the world. And then at his feet there is a spider, a poisonous spider over here. So what do y'all see in common down here? Looking far? Because I want you to work on your association down here. Pei Hong say looking far. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's looking far out into the future. Later I'll tell you why is they are looking out far in the future. Pei Hong, you're right. So this is how do you interpret this image, right? This is a very important step to do. So this is very top key step in mastering the tarot. Your personal association with the card itself is vital. So you have to work on this association, and trust me, it will prove to be more accurate than any of your pure memory work. So what do you think the Fool means? Just by looking from the images, you can type it out in the comments. Instead of describing the image, what do you think the card actually means to you? Let's see what you have in mind. Before I begin, just type in what do you think the card, the Fool mean. Even by the name itself, the Fool, you can actually tell something. You can just make a guess. There's no right or wrong here. We are all learning. Anyone? Lucky? Yeah, good guess. That's quite close. Because this is a point in time where the luck is actually in his favor, or in this case, in the mermaid's favor. So the card here, right? The Fool, right? Yes, proud, stepping into the unknown. That's right. And stepping into the unknown, and the unknown is actually positive. So let me tell you why, right? Okay, this card here has been all along has been one of the most positive major arcana cards out there. And it's on several conditions that it remains positive. Got condition 1. So the condition is if you can endure the discouragement people throws at you, if you can endure the risk you are about to take, if you take the leap of faith, if you can just do first and then think, which is sometimes very difficult because we are all trained to think first before we act. So, and we have Frozen. Okay, so have you folks heard of Forrest Gump? Tom Hanks? If you ever watch Forrest Gump, you will notice one thing. He is someone no one would expect him to be famous in the first place, not even someone who displays any hint of even being near to success. So it is evident the character traits of Forrest Gump doesn't tick off any of the checklist for strength in any successful person's profile. So he faces bullies when young, the society shuns him. Even when he achieves so much, nobody believes him. Later you'll see in some of the clips that I'm going to show. So what do you see glaringly in Forrest Gump is the innocence he portrays. And with that innocence, it is very, very powerful. So this is what The Fool is about. Today we are going to look at Forrest Gump. So he didn't set out to achieve big things. In fact, his entire life is faced with countless dangers and obstacles. But somehow things get to click in his life. Maybe it's lucky, maybe I don't know. Let's find out. So often he faces very risky situations, like he's involved in the Vietnam War, but he came out of the ordeal earning huge respect, huge rewards, because he believes in himself, he believes in people around him. He does not need to listen to others. So you can look, okay, let's go to the first clip. You can look at this. So this is the war scenes where he saved his people. Okay, so he did not set out for fame or for material success. In fact, he's not doing for any acknowledgement or things like that. In fact, he is so simple-minded. He just wants to save his friend, his friends, his section, and he literally saved his entire section, including his captain. Even though the captain was saying, "No, don't do this," he's going ahead. He wants to save him because he just believed in um, himself and that he can do it. But later on, if you proceed with the clip, he couldn't save his friend in time, unfortunately, but he had already done a great job. So the success in his eyes to him is just to rescue his friends. Even as we are watching this, we think to ourselves, what a fool he is. So to take such a huge risk, to risk his own life for someone else, there is huge discouragement from the captain or his peers that you can see. But he did what he set out to do. And then he was awarded the Medal of Honor for his bravery. So he achieved great fame and success. So that might be luck, but that is because that is due to his strong belief that he can achieve something. But at what cost? At a great risk to his life. He could have lost everything then utmost belief in himself. That's what he believed in. So this is describing more of this the card here, the fool, because he is this card is actually defining or can be interpreted as telling us to ignore what people are saying, or people might be encouraging you at this point, and you need to trust in your inner voice, believe in yourself more, so that you can set out to achieve what you want to do. So next we take a look at the next scene. This scene is a very famous scene. So this is the running scene. So he said that day, for no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run. So and the little run started out arguably the most memorable sequence of the whole film. So So in this part of the story, right, another key attribute of the fool, right, is shown here. So he sets out into the world without care of the world, all because of the love of his life. Jenny leaves him, and to him, he started out with running for no reason at all, and soon after he ran to create something awareness. If you continue to watch through the clip, and eventually running for something meaningful. So I always tell my clients that nothing fantastic can be achieved without taking risks. So no great invention has ever been accomplished without the naysayers, those people who criticize and nag and advise you not to do certain things because it's going to be tough. But have they actually, if you notice, have they actually does achieve anything noteworthy in life, or are they just like a hermit crab and hide in the shell and primarily scared to do things except to advise you? So going out there and following your dream, right, is what the fool is about. So is everything okay so far? So if the pace and all that is okay, then please leave a comment in this chat so I can learn to we can see the engagement. We have a better engagement with you. And a big hello to all those who have just joined us moments ago. Please help me out here and like and share this video to your news feed. Thank you very much. So okay, let's continue. So the Fu signifies that now is the time for new beginnings in all areas of your life. And yes, you should really take hold of this opportunity presented to you. So it's time to venture into uncharted territory. It also means that it's time to shrug off all the old habits and all the negative patterns, all the SOPs that you have from before. SOPs are standard operating procedures, and to wholly embrace the positive new things to come into your life. So you're not going to find success by following the same familiar and steady route. So if this route works, then it probably works for you before, but now is the time to change, which everyone around is doing. So this is actually a huge, massive cut for the entrepreneurs out there, by the way. So if you're asking about whether you should start a business and things like that, and you draw the full, this is the best cut for that. So one of my clients actually got this in a business reading, and I was very happy for him. So it basically means forge your own path, and that's what Forrest was doing. So also in the same scene, Forrest taught us a lesson the fool does not that the fool does as well. So what it teaches us is that pain can be channeled into something positive. So at first, Forrest did not run because he wants to change the world. He ran because he's heartbroken. But the fool is always teaching us that sometimes just by moving on, ignoring the negativity or the discouragement from the situation or people around you, you can actually achieve great things. And that will make a massive impact on your life. So far, everyone is following. Everything is okay. Just leave a yes so that I can see we are all on the same page. Oh yeah, the mermaid is very nice. Yeah, I can take a closer look. But my camera is doesn't have the autofocus, so it's quite blur. Yeah. So okay, what about in a love reading? So in a love reading, right, the fool is simply telling us to add some fresh air into the fray, and it will spice up the relationship. So in this movie, Forrest is doing what we usually do not do. So it's natural that we want to hold on to the things that we love, but when we truly love another person, you want the best for the person and not hold them against their will. So Forrest in the movie actually lets Jenny go so that Jenny herself can find herself and make her own mistakes because Jenny wants to live. So he prioritizes her all the time, but he never holds her back before she's ready to commit to him. So far, what do you understand about the fool? It's not that difficult, right? So you can watch the next scene. If the question is regarding romance, feelings, or general relationships with people, then if you draw the fool, then the fool teaches us this in the next scene. We actually see Forrest going to look for Jenny, and then Jenny actually rebuts all this expression of love from Forrest, although he's very genuine. So what is saying that over here is that the fool encourages the same, but in a more general explanation. There is a need to in a love reading. There's a need to have fresh air in the relationship and possibly signaling a change in the life. So maybe a couple can become more experimental with new approaches, doing new activities, traveling, that sort of things. So look out for other paths you can both follow together. You got to be flexible and open-minded. And again, the fool is emphasizing that you can't persist with the old ways if you want to achieve the new things, if you want to allow new things to come into your life. You need a brand new start, and now is the time. So Forrest realizes that there is no point in restraining her or protecting her if all she wants is to move on for newer experiences. And Jenny told him that he can't keep doing this. He can't keep rescuing her all the time. So if you're following well so far, remember to give a like and share and leave a comment. So this um, so what is trying to say that is that there need to be breaking a sort of pattern that doesn't work for it anymore. Okay, so that is what the fool is actually meaning. So in the next scene, let me show you something to do with wealth. So it's a great combination for success, but he is not one that sought after wealth and doesn't really react in the way most people would do when he became rich. Like, would you be sitting at a bus stop and talking to random people about your life experiences when you become rich? I don't think so. So anyway, the fool advocates keeping life simple and clear. So the idea of keeping the mind pure and not chasing after meaningless material things, so that is only temporary happiness. So that's what is the fool is indicating. So the fool is saying to us that we need to be aware of what we are holding on, the beliefs, the habits, the principles. Are they also important right now? If they are not, why keep them? So it's telling us we need to return to innocence. Even though he makes a ton of money, Forrest in the movie actually lost his mom and the love of his life. So the question to ask yourself here is that if you have already gone down the path for too long, ask yourself what do you need to give up so that you can have even greater fulfillment, to be able to achieve even higher enlightenment. So you think about it. So actually is even though he is very well known, he is loaded, but people can't really seem to, when they look at him, they can't seem to connect wealth and him. So there is this discrepancy, and people his in his environment doesn't seem very supportive of him as well. So think about it. Yeah, so to sum it up, right, the fool teaches us great wisdom, one that in order to achieve wholesomeness in life, to be complete in life, the lesson we need to master here is to weigh the importance of material wealth. We have to weigh the practical things, and then we decide for ourselves if it is worth it to touch deeply on what matters. So wealth is actually created by man, but how you define wealth is still up to us, right? You can define what wealth means to you personally. So think about what wealth means to you. You have your own definition of wealth. And so what do you guys think about wealth? You can leave a comment and let us see all the definitions. So actually to me, right, having a loving family, very supportive friends, doing what I love, that's wealth to me. So the fool teaches us to go back to innocence in order to reach greater heights. So, and to endure and kick back any discouragement, any criticism from people around you, so that you can march forward and you know yourself the best. So you take that leap of faith sometimes. Who knows, you may experience a whole new you, so you may end up surprising even yourself. So okay, we've come to the end of the first episode of the series, Major Arcana Explained with Movies. We're going to do this every Saturday until all 22 Major Arcana cards are completed. So I hope you guys enjoyed the session. So if you do enjoy the session, please take a few moments, a few seconds, just to fill up the Google form so I can receive feedback to improve future sessions. So to do and to improve myself in future content as well. So scan the QR code on my Facebook page, and thank you very much for all the feedback from and inputs from all the previous past videos, and I'm so grateful for that. And also please take a few seconds of your time to share this live video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Simply search for AF Academy and click the subscribe button. So I bid farewell to you here till next time. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you in the next session this coming Wednesday.